Hello, I'm going to show you how to upload an image onto Desmos so you can come up with the parallel and perpendicular line equations for this project. So first, I took a picture on my iPhone, and so I'm going to show you how you can airdrop a picture onto your computer. So first, I'm going to come over to the Spotlight search, and I'm going to look for airdrop, and I'm going to click it. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to allow myself to be discovered by everyone for the time being. So once I have that on my iPhone, I can't show you my iPhone screen. However, I'm going to go to airdrop. Your computer should show up as a series of letters and numbers. And it's going to say that it wants to send me a photo. So I'm going to accept it, and it's going to put it into my downloads. If you don't have an iPhone, you can also upload the picture and send it to yourself via your email. That's another way that you can do this. So once I have my picture sent to my computer, I'm going to go to desmos.com, and now I'm going to go to Start Graphing. Once I'm in the graphing screen, I'm going to come over to this plus in the upper left-hand corner to add item, and I'm going to go to add image. So this is going to take me to upload any picture that I want from my computer. So I know that I sent that picture to my downloads, so I'm going to look through my downloads, and I have a lot of them, to find that picture. So usually if you send a picture from your phone to your computer, it's going to show up as image. So I'm going to scroll to my eyes and look at all these images I have. And since this is the last photo that I sent to myself, I know that it's going to be one of the last ones on my computer, which this is the picture that I'm trying to send. So I'm going to press open, and it will open the picture into the graph. So it now has a grid in front of it, which is what we want. Once you have this, we can do a couple different things. We can stretch our photo horizontally and vertically. We can also move around the center, which can allow us to find nice y-intercepts. So I'm going to center it about here at the origin. And now I need to start adding an equation. So say I was going to start with parallel lines. So first, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start typing what I think a line might be. So say I wanted to start trying to find an equation for this line up at the top. So I see that my y-intercept is about 2. So I can start with y equals 2 because that's my y-intercept. But now I notice that I need to have my slope going on the top of that metal bar. So I know that I'm going to have a negative slope, so I'll have negative. And then this is where we can start to experiment with some different things. Say I start with negative 3x. I see that definitely does not match my line, so I'm just going to start playing around with it to see and start matching it. So say I start with minus 1 over 100. If I zoom in, that's a little bit better, but it's not quite there, so I'm just going to keep adjusting this. So I want it to be a little more steep, so I might go like this, getting closer. And this actually looks pretty good. However, I noticed that it's not right on top of my bar. So I'm going to adjust my y-intercept. I see that I might need to move it down a little bit. So that's going to be 1.9. And that looks decent. Not perfect, but we're not necessarily going for perfect. We're just going for close enough. So then what you would do once you have one line, and say I wanted to determine if it was parallel to this line down here, I would type in my second equation down below. However, I'm trying to measure what you know about parallel and perpendicular lines, so I'm not going to give away how to do this next part. However, one thing that you are going to need to know is how to take a screenshot of your work to upload it to your Google Doc. So to screenshot, I always like to use Command-Shift-5. So Command-Shift-5, and that will open up a window that we can drag around and adjust. So one thing that you will need to take a screenshot of is your graph that you have. So say I wanted to screenshot it like this, and I would just come down here and press capture. Wonderful. Another thing that you're going to need to screenshot to upload to your Google Doc is your 2 equations. So I would use Command-Shift-5 again, and I will adjust it so I can get my two equations perfectly. Okay, good luck.